Here we are. Got to make a frequency table for a categorical variable and a bar chart. Here's data on the Tour de France winners since World War II. We're going to work on the country variable, and we're going to use a pivot table to make our frequency table. So to make a pivot table, your data has to be in a contiguous block. That simply means no blank columns, no blank rows. All the data in one big group. So select a single cell anywhere in your data, go to Insert, go to Pivot Table. If you can see the flashing line, you'll see that it automatically selects your entire data set, even though you only clicked one spot. Say OK. We land here. This over on the left-hand side might look very different on your computer. You can change the view over there if you want to, but we're going to do the work on the right-hand side, so don't worry too much about that. The country variable, you grab it, drag it down to the row. You'll notice all the different countries that winners have come from are listed. Take the same variable country and drag it down to where it says sum the values. That pretty much does it. You now have a frequency table showing every country that a Tour de France winner has come from and the frequency of those winners from each of those countries. France has had 21 victories. That's not 21 different people because there are many repeat winners. USA has 10 victories. That's only 2 different riders. Now if I want to make a bar chart from this, I go ahead and click in my table, go up to Insert, and go over to Column Chart. Click it, and there it is. Oops. Click it, and there it is. It's almost ready. There's not a lot to do. But since I have a single data series here, this legend serves no purpose. So you click on it, hit delete, and take it out. It should not be there. If I have multiple data series, that's different. That's more complicated. We'll see those later. And this title doesn't make any sense, so you need to change the title. You can click on it twice to get into edit mode and change it to whatever you think is an appropriate title. That's it. You've got your frequency table, you've got your bar chart. There are things you can do with the table, ordering and that kind of stuff, but for the basic skill, get the table, get the chart. The second part of the basic skill is, can you change this absolute count to a relative count? That's done over here. If you don't have a list of fields over here, clicking in the table should bring that back. Go back to where it says count of country and the sum values. There's a little arrow down there. Click the arrow and select value field settings. And you get a new little mini window. It shows it's counting, which is what we wanted. So you click the other tab. It's doing no calculation. We would like it to give us a percent of the column total. You probably should adjust the number format. We're doing percents. In this case, 2 decimal places is probably overkill. Even 1 might be overkill, but we'll leave 1 just so you can see what it looks like. Column total, we change the format. Click OK. It doesn't change the shape of the graph because the overall distribution really is the same, but it changes the labeling. The y-axis is now percent frequency and the table is percent frequency. So we can see that France has had almost 31% of all the Tour de France victories since World War II. The United States has had almost 15%. Italy's had a little over 10%. Spain's had almost 18%. And other countries have had a few. That's all there is to making a categorical frequency table and bar chart and changing it from absolute counts to relative frequency.